Lust. There is nothing that will ruin things quicker with the person you love more than lust. The life that you have built more than lust. To lust after money, to lust after random women, to lust over external validation. In any endeavor in your life, there is nothing that will ruin things more than lust. The lack of discipline, the lack of accountability, the surging feeling that you get in your heart when those triggers come about. And you want to change. You know it's wrong. You don't want to embrace it. You don't want to be a cold hearted person. And you question how to do it. Well, you have to change your environment. You have to change the way you look at things. You have to understand lust isn't just going to go away. There's a reason why older people keep lusting after more generations of people. Because people never conquer the lust. It never goes away. They don't take initiative, embrace it as a whole. Change the environment. Change the things you feel on a day-to-day basis. Your diet is more than just what you consume physically. It's what you consume mentally. Be intentional and break free from the lust pattern that you've been indulged in. This generation has normalized lust and provocative content and the things that are so widespread. It's easy. It takes your mind, your body, your soul. It affects your behavior, your self esteem. And I think all of us know the cons to lust, and yet we never know how to break it. We relapse, we constantly question and have these epiphanies, and we want to break it once and for all. I think more importantly, if we start to learn how lust has affected our peers, our loved ones, and we start to feel even more immense change. That we have the sense of urgency that we want to do better because no one wants to be a lust monkey. No one wants to be indulged into lust for their entire life. And I think it goes without saying that you have to identify the root causes of where lust has started. Me personally, I started lust when I was a young kid. I was impressionable, I had the internet, and I went on from there and so forth. And just talking to several people, just knowing how lust has ruined their lives and how it's affected me, my own mental health, and how it affected other people's relationships, you really start to build a sense of urgency. Like, you do not want to do these things, obviously, but you have to identify, well, where is this root cause coming from? Where is this problem coming from, and where and why? Why is it happening? Why am I getting triggers? Why am I allowing myself to get bored? Why am I asking myself these questions in the first place? Because we watch these videos in hope that maybe it'll change our lives, or that the inspirational or the motivational content will help. It will not, but if you sit here and take notes about this video, I promise you, you can have a different perspective on life and how you view things, because you can simply just play with the fabrics of reality. You do not need a lot of things in your life. Sometimes a different change in perspective that's really eye-opening can change your life. The way that you view lust, the way that you view it, the way you hold identity as your own, is the way you're going to fully remove yourself from the lust. If I had to say one thing to a viewer that was indulging in lust, that couldn't break free, that was constantly beating yourself up, I want you to realize that whatever you may be doing, if you're lusting over the other gender, if you're lusting over money, if you're lusting over validation, you cannot hold that to your own personal identity. I believe that the most powerful way to overcome lust is to remove that from your own identity and stop worrying about it. Stop worrying about the relapsing. Stop worrying about it hurting your physical health. You need to worry about how it's affecting you as a person, and understand that you have to remove the identity. You have to not think about that it's ruining your self-esteem, that you're relapsing, that you're not making any progress. Like, the point I'm trying to get at with the identity is that don't count the days. Don't constantly put a label on yourself that you're a failure. Don't say that you are not worthy of love. The only way to identity shift is to force yourself to adapt to a belief system that inevitably you will end up adopting at the end goal of the journey, the destination. Think about it like this. If you're someone who struggles with body dysmorphia and you have a body that you don't like, whether you're underweight or overweight, or you lack the structure that you have in your life, no matter what it is, you're probably going to have a certain set of habits. You probably roll up your sleeves or something to make yourself look bigger, or maybe you do a shirt pull to make sure people don't see the things that you see on a day-to-day basis, right? Let's just say you make continuous progress and you constantly neglect the mental part of it. Once you have gained or lost the weight, you're still going to have the mentality that you had 70 pounds lighter or 70 pounds heavier. No matter what it is, you're not going to take a different mindset to that approach. The same thing goes for if you're dealing with a crippling pornography addiction, no matter if you're dealing with lust in any facet of life. Let's not beat around the bush, okay? Let's understand that you need to shift your mindset and belief system. That is the number one, is an identity shift. You cannot count the days. You cannot beat yourself up for doing those things in the past. There is no point of lamenting. There's only truth in taking accountability for the things that you do on a day-to-day basis. It's lust and battling an urge is like walking over coal. It's like burning rocks of coal. You're never not going to burn yourself in your feet if you keep walking on these stones of coal. It's burning your feet, and you're not going to be able to outrun it. You have to flee. You're not going to be able to beat that battle. And once you realize that you don't choose the coals to walk and run over anymore, you flee. You want to get to that end destination past like the rock of coals. But yet, on the other side of it, you want that goal. You want the dopamine, the everything that comes with it. But you know how much pain and sorrowful regret you're going to have having burnt feet. But you have to flee. I think everyone knows that you have to flee from lust and how to do it. I think the number one, nervous system. That's all it is. It's a feeling, and that feeling passes. You and I watching this video right now, you probably have a regulated nervous system. Maybe you feel some type of emotional attachment to this video, but think about it. Think about it wholeheartedly. You are regulated. This feeling, if you felt like this 24/7, you would never fail. You would never relapse if you felt like this. But that fleeting feeling, that feeling of urge and temptation, that is what you have to flee from. That nervous system that riles up your nervous system, that stresses you out and makes you anxious. You have to flee. My number one method, I will always allude to it, is to go on a walk. Flee. Read. Direct your mind somewhere else. We have lost all space for silence and to think for ourselves. If you sit and pick the battle with lust, you are never, ever going to win that battle. Go for a walk. Write down your thoughts. Listen to music that's calming. Regulate your nervous system. Breathe. Do some push-ups. Do some squats. Do some sit-ups. There is nothing more fleeting in being able to than shifting your belief system and knowing that you have to get up and not burn your feet. Get back on your own 2 feet and go in the opposite direction. It's hard, but no one's going to take that action for you. No one's going to flee lust for you. I will leave you here to go on a walk, to regulate your nervous system, to breathe, to step back and ask yourself what's happening. It can be easy, it can be normalized, and you can make excuses. But you need to regulate your nervous system. If you've made it this far, thank you. Take notes and take this gracefully. I was in your shoes once. I want to see you win. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next video.